thought and mind control, usually done to women, but a lot of your celebrities.
Now that's a CIA project, Monarch.
Yeah, CIA. And CIA was set up by the British intelligence, so.
It's just
CIA is a name for the
SS.
New World Order, which is us. Yeah,
it's like the
it's
SS.
Yeah, yeah. It's I mean, a lot of their interrogation is former SS tactics.
Right. So we're just mentioning some of the modern day as well as past mind control victims that people can see and for themselves what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
we had mentioned Sinead O'Connor. Marilyn Monroe was supposedly the first presidential model of mind control operation and was killed right in front of us, and nobody even knew it. So as you go down, as the operation of Monarch or MK Ultra continues, you see all these present day people, and we were mentioning Madonna.
Yeah, and then just recently Anna Nicole Smith, and a few days ago, accidental drug overdose. This is the final verdict. Kind of coincidental. Was she emulating Marilyn Monroe, or was something else going on there?
Right, so you got that whole Elvis thing.
And you have the Elvis, and here again we have North Korean and Japanese alleged leaders here. They have an affinity towards this celebrity. And who else? Well, just a couple of weeks ago, all of those at one time. We had Britney shave her head, and uttering things, I don't want them touching me anymore. And what else? Oh, we had an astronaut, and knowing that all of these space shuttles and things are named after esoteric meanings. We have her driving to in a love triangle,
a woman coming across the country in a diaper.
In a
from
diaper.
Texas to Florida, yeah.
And then, the Anna Nicole situation, all in like a course of a week.
Now that's all you see on the news when there's,
Absolutely. I mean, what's really going on here?
So you brought up earlier the Mansons.
Yeah, Charles Manson, there you go, this is how it's done. I mean, he has a SWAT sticker on his forehead. He's crazy. He gets women to go out and kill people for him.
Using LSD.
Yes, which is another
CIA.
well-documented CIA tool. A lot of experimenting there. And they parade him right before the public. And everybody thinks he's just crazy. Like, wow, this guy's quite an entrepreneur here. And then, coincidentally, the Beatles just happened to write a song about him. Nowadays, I guess that would be an offensive thing. They'd probably get sued.
And we were talking about traumatic-based mind control. We're talking about the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and that being a national trauma to introduce to more propaganda and mind control over the people. And right after that, the Beatles were introduced, and the country went crazy because they were in such mourning. And even Brian Epstein, the promoter for the Beatles, said that the Beatles never would have become popular for the way they did if it wasn't for the passing away of John F. Kennedy the way he did.
Absolutely.
Hare Krishna.
Crafted. That's why it's called Hollywood, the magic wand of the Druid Wizards. And it's TV. The Cross of Victory, the Tau of Victory. We were talking about V earlier, where V is an upside down A, and it's a pyramid, same as the back of your dollar bill. The only thing in school, it was like this, greater than or less than. What are we talking about that's greater than or less than? It's the same symbol. You weren't taught that way. It's also an A and a V. So V is pointing below. It's controlling things below. You are less than.
Yep.
And that's pretty much how they think about you.
If you really think you're victorious.
Yes, if you think you're victorious, and it doesn't mean peace.
Right. So
And a peace sign is also something that was introduced to society. It's really Yanni in a circle. It's a feminine symbol, back to the Y. I think it's important to know about all of this. You could think what you want to think, but the word is think, you know. I don't know, you know, why anyone thinks they were put on this earth, or, you know, create, or whatever your concept is, but would it be to have, you know, some other entity, you know, other than your God, so to speak, or whatever, tell you what to do? Because we are really talking about your thought space. And I don't see how you could be free without free thought space. And, you know, they have every kind of symbolic system jammed down your throat, you know.
The cryptocracy.
The cryptocracy, you know. They decide, you know, what is acceptable family. They decide what is acceptable food. They decide what is acceptable religious texts. They decide, you know, we'll go down the list, acceptable science for you to know, you know.
Which drugs you can take and which
Yeah,
ones
exactly.
you can't.
You know, and of course most of the ones they give you kill you, because that's why there's so many warnings. You know, there weren't shaman running around years ago giving you a warning, you know, oh no, I'll help you, you know, different story now, you know. You're not part of, you know, the family, you know. You're part of, you know, you truly are part of the machine, you know. It's really, you know, it sounds whacked, but nah, I think that's really what it is. You can't have spiritual freedom without thoughts freedom. That's really however, you know, to whoever, you know, that's really how you got to look at it, and that's how I look at it, you know, because there's a reason why, you know, you need to pay attention to these things. If you're going to pick one, maybe that's one to look into. Figure it out for yourself. Because if I told you, I think I'm controlling your thoughts again.
All right, we're back, you know, and that was Sean Coulter sharing, you know, expressing his constitutional freedoms, you know, freedom of speech. That's you know, our God-given right there. So, you know, he's another one that just really, you know, kind of rips the pages off of it.
He's got his finger on the pulse of what the New World Order's been up to and what they're doing and what they plan on doing. Because if you have any, you know, concern about for your country, for yourself, and for future generations, that's why we're here putting the finger on it. It's the middle finger exposing the New World Order.
That's right. You know, and I want to just put on for the record, you know, folks, I am not anti-tax. I am not anti-government. I am anti-corruption.
We're anti-federal government. They got too much power. States' rights are evaporating.
Absolutely.
And
you know, it's way too much. They're way too powerful. There's nothing that we can't do these days that they don't have their fingers in somehow. Excuse me. You know, and it's time that we reclaim some of the liberties and freedoms that we need. So I want to leave us. I'd like to leave with this last quote from Benjamin Franklin once again. You know, people hold him in a lot of esteem. They that can give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin, Historical Review of Pennsylvania, 1759. And here we are, 200 plus years later. And do we have freedom? Do we have liberty? And do we have security? So with that, I'd like to thank you for letting us in your living room. Buzzy Zipwhack, Silly Way Out Willie.
peace, folks, and good night.